Hey guys, Brian here from B&T Garage. It's 2016, it's January, and finally got a welder. That is a flux cord welder kit from Tractor Supply. It's kind of like a beginner. It's flux cord, which means it doesn't need any gas. So it's self-shielding. Like I've said in previous videos, I have no idea how to weld, so I'm gonna figure this out. Hopefully I don't make too much of a mess or too many mistakes on the car. I don't think I can do anything too damaging. I still need to get some sheet metal to practice on because I haven't done it. I haven't even opened it yet. So let's go ahead and unbox it, see what's in there, and see if we can figure out, what to do with the damn thing or how to use it. I do have fire extinguishers though, by the way, so in case I burn the house down or start a fire or whatever. Let's figure it out. Alright. I sure hope things aren't missing in here. This looks like it's been opened before. It's gonna piss me off. Or I guess that's the torch, technically, I don't know. Grounding wire, plug, they give you a little hammer and a wire brush, an extra tip, and then the hardware to put the handle on. Apparently I need to have 030 flux cord wire. I bought 035, so I gotta take that back. Well, the wire back, not the welder. What's up, QB? I love you too. Alright, after a closer inspection, even though the door panel that shows you like all the wire speeds and all that stuff, it doesn't mention 035 wire. It actually does have the wheel inside, which is the tensioning wheel. I'll show you that in a second. And it does have a tip for 035, so I don't actually have to go change the wire. I still need to get sheet metal to practice. Let me show you here what I'm talking about. Alright, so this is the spool of wire that I got for the welding. It was, the diameter is 035. As you see in the box here, these settings are to help you determine your wire speed from when you're welding, and it's set up for 030. I don't know if that matters or not, but I didn't really follow this anyways. Which says here to use a 2 setting, and the 2 setting corresponds to the front of the welder here. This down here is wire speed, and then this is voltage. It's pretty basic. It's minimum voltage and max voltage. I used max, and then really no more than a speed setting of 3 for the sheet metal on Molly that I was doing. The other part that I want to explain is the wire drive. This is the wire drive here. It basically puts tension, and this is what feeds the wire through the liner out to the MIG gun. And then again, this is the gun. This is your button here. This is the wire feed, and this is what starts you welding. It basically puts current through there. The tip is underneath this little shield deal here. I guess it's called the cup or tip, I don't know. But this is the tip. And this tip has to match the diameter of the welding wire that you're using. When it came out of the box, it was 030, so I just changed it out. And the other thing I wanted to discuss, basically it'll unwind if you're not careful. So this puts tension on it. This wheel here is spring loaded. Make sure there's tension on that. You lift this down, flip it up, put the wire through here. Make sure your drive wheel is the correct diameter. This one, the number on the front of this wheel, I can't take it off now because I don't want to take it apart, but it says 035 on the outside of this wheel. You want that to match whatever wire you're putting in here. You close it, obviously after you stick it through, and then just turn it on, make sure it's not grounded or anything, and then you just hit the button and it'll feed out all the way through the liner. You of course want to extend the liner, the gun as straight as you can without a turn in it, straight as such. And then you just hit the button and the wire will feed through. One other important thing is make sure that you take this little shield off and then the tip until the wire comes out. And then you can put the tip on, and then you screw on this little shield here. And then you're good to go. That's like the moron's guide to setting up a welder, but it worked for me. If you have questions, I would highly suggest you consult an experienced welder or someone that's very experienced with using flux cord welding or just a welder in general. That's my best attempt at trying to help out some novices such as myself. And like I said, that worked for me, and I hope it works for you. All right, guys, I'm back. Did some work. Got back from the hardware store, hooked up the welder, put the tip on and all that fun stuff. I bought 22 gauge sheet metal, which is super hard to weld. Look at this garbage. That's like the worst welding. Even a newbie, and I know that sucks, that's bad. So I probably did what I shouldn't have done and just said screw it and started welding the car. It's actually put back together. I'm not done yet, but I'll show you the mess, the massacre that I've done. So all this was completely gone, and I've got it in there now. And yes, I do understand that that's probably the worst welding on the planet, but I think it'll hold. Now I'm contemplating if I need to put another piece of sheet metal over the top of it, but I'm going to finish. I still have some more to do, because it's like, I'm basically like stitch welding it, like tack and then move, tack and tack. Because I'm so horrible at it that if I can't weld a bead, maybe you're not supposed to on this kind of thin sheet metal, but if I try to do a bead, it obviously burns through. So I'm just doing a spot and then moving a spot, and then I go back and I grind it down, and where I miss, I do another spot after I clean it up. But I guess this is part of the learning process, right? This is how you learn how to do stuff. I think it'll work just fine, actually. It'll be fine, as Cars and Coffee say. Or is it Cameras and Cars? I don't know. I like their channel. It's pretty awesome. Alright, let's do some more stitch welding. Or spot welding, or whatever the hell it's called. Fixing my beater. That's what it's called. Fixing the beater. I understand it's horrible welding. I get that. It's my first weld I've ever done. I'm happy it's going to work. I can put my seat back in and drive my damn car, hopefully. Anyways, that's how to ghetto weld your Mustang. That's probably good right there.